Outside of a music recording studio in Old Irving Park.
Our Sade Gray is live at the scene. Sade?
Yeah, Jim and Marie, the shooting happened right outside of Fort Knox Studios. As a matter of fact, I want you to come take a look at this. One of the bullets pierced this door, and that's not the only one. We found...
I go where I want and I do what I want. My belt match the kicks, don't you go burning?
Empty to the G, man, who you think it gonna be? And we're back with some wild stuff that went down on the streets of Chicago. I know you all heard about it by now, but just in case you missed it, we're talking about where Philly rapper Skrilla and YouTuber Brandon Buckingham got caught in the crossfire on the streets of Chicago. So before we get in this video, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you're one of my day ones, you already know what to do, man. Hit that like and drop a comment below like you always do. Now, without wasting time, let's get into it. So let's take it back to September 27th, 2024. Skrilla, the up-and-coming rapper from Kensington, Philly, was in Chicago, one of the most notorious cities for street violence. He was linking up with YouTuber Brandon Buckingham. Now, Buckingham's known for vlogs and collaboration, but this time, things went left.
Happened outside of a music recording studio in Old Irving Park.
Our Sade Gray is live at the scene. Sade?
Yeah, Jim and Marie, the shooting happened right outside of Fort Knox Studios. As a matter of fact, I want you to come take a look at this. One of the bullets pierced this door, and that's not the only one. We found a shell casing on the sidewalk, the same sidewalk where 4 men were shot.
So we got a big old crime scene at the rap studio.
A large crime scene outside Fort Knox Studios where violence shattered a normally quiet neighborhood.
It was a lot more police presence than we've ever seen.
Initial calls from police described the attacks as a drive-by shooting.
There's probably 50 to 60 9mm rifle rounds, everything you can think of.
Chicago police tell us the shooting was just before 2:30 this morning. The 4 men, ranging in age from 20 to 25, were walking on the sidewalk near North Knox Avenue when a dark-colored sedan drove by. People in that car started shooting. One of the victims gave specific details about what he saw.
All we have is that the gentleman said that he was shooting that video. The videographer, he walked out and he heard they shot about 30 to 40 shots. He doesn't know the make of the model, doesn't know any of that. He just said they went the length of the street, were just shooting, and he caught one in the neck.
Those men are now being treated at Illinois Masonic and are expected to recover from their injuries. The owner of the recording studio didn't want to be on camera, but told us the studio closes at 11 every night. But he has long-term tenants who have access to the building 24/7. The tenant and his guest were shot. He says the surveillance video that he can't share shows the suspects in a parked vehicle across the street. The group of men are walking on the sidewalk and the gunman opens fire. Those who work in the area say they've never had problems with the studio.
The two were filming near South Shore, Chicago, an area that had its fair share of bloodshed with beef between street gangs like the Black Disciples and Gangster Disciples. Anybody from Chicago can tell you, the streets don't care about who you are or where you're from. It's about where you at. And Skrilla, he found himself in the middle of it all. Around 2:30 in the morning, shots rang out, catching Skrilla and Brandon off guard. Reports say Skrilla took 1, maybe 2 bullets before he hit the ground. Now let me make this clear. Skrilla is a dude who's been hustling through the trenches in Philly, making music about the struggle. But even with that, the streets of Chicago showed no mercy. Word is Skrilla and Buckingham were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Witnesses say the shooters, possibly tied to local gangs, pulled up out of nowhere, unloading shots. Whether this was gang-related or just reckless violence, we can't say for sure. But what we do know is that Skrilla was rushed to the hospital. He's alive, but that could have gone way different, no question about it. As for Buckingham, he got unharmed and made statements to the police, but I guarantee you, this wasn't the vlog he thought he'd be filming. So let's break it down. Chicago streets ain't no joke. South Shore has been a war zone for years, with the GDs and the BDs holding down their territories. You pull up in their hood without knowing where the lines are drawn, things can go sideways real quick. I'm talking about decades of bloodshed and losses on both sides. Skrilla, being from Kensington, Philly, might know about the struggle in street life, but in Chicago, it's a whole different ballgame. It's wild because this wasn't no gang beef for Skrilla or Buckingham. They were just there to make content. But it shows how easily you can get caught up in a place like that, even if you ain't involved in the streets. The hood don't discriminate and bullets don't have no names on it. It could be a rapper, a YouTuber, or the kid next door. It's just how things move in Chicago. Now here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're an up-and-coming rapper or a content creator. This life don't come with no guarantees. Skrilla got lucky that he survived these shots and he's still here to make music. But a lot of people don't get that opportunity. Skrilla just lost a close affiliate YBC Duel recently, which means that his head should have already been on a swivel. But with the massive amount of drugs that are involved, I don't see how that could be possible. My only question is, how many more people have to fall before we make a change? If you're out there chasing something substantial, remember this. It doesn't matter how big you are or how tough you are. The streets don't play by no rules. So if you have a way out, take it. For Skrilla, this could have been the end. For Buckingham, hopefully this is a wake-up call. And for all of us, it's a reminder that tomorrow is not promised. But hey, if you made it this far, that means you putting some paint where it ain't. And for that, you need to be thanked. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware, keeping that algorithm, because I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me, but
Fuck that, little 10. I'm maxed out.